and welcome to The Corner. This program is dedicated to Marion, Kansas and what's going on in our corner of the world. People, places, and things around Marion that we think you might find entertaining or interesting or perhaps informative. MCTV Channel 20 here in Marion is partnered with Eagle Communications to produce The Corner, and we hope you will enjoy it. We'll jump right in with our feature story tonight, which is about Chingawassa Days. Chingawassa Days is the first full weekend in June every year. This will be the 17th edition of the annual festival. This year the dates are June 7, 8, and 9. And we want to tell you just a little bit about this festival put on entirely by local people here in Marion. And as I said, the 17th year will be, as has been the case every year, the biggest year so far. Many events will return, including Carlson's Grocery Kids Zone. The Kids Zone features inflatables and games for young people throughout the park. The Marion National Bank Barbecue, Friday evening. The Marion National Bank Barbecue is always one of the most highly attended events that we have. And free barbecue with your button, and we'll tell you a little bit about buttons in a moment. The anvil shoot. If you haven't seen an anvil propelled hundreds of feet in the air, you want to make sure and be in the park Saturday morning or again at noon on Saturday. If you've already seen it, you know you'll want to see it again. The Marion Wellness and Lalowette Law Firm sponsored arm wrestling tournament was a big hit last year. We trust you'll find it to be fun again this year. We're moving it to the front of the park and going center stage with the arm wrestling tournament, which this year will have a pro division. The Marion football team will be sponsoring the Tug of War. That was a huge hit last year. This will only be the second year of the Tug of War, but people had a lot of fun with it. It'll be in the south end of the park. We invite you to be back and take another look at that. The Tampa State Bank Games will, as always, bring fun to the park. Cash prizes with the Tampa State Bank Games, and so we know you want to be there and pick up on some of that easy money. Now, the Friday night entertainment will be sponsored by Central National Bank. Central National Bank has been one of our sponsors on Friday night, along with Marion National Banks. They partner to bring us a fun evening, and this year, well, we're going to get into this year just a little bit later on what we're having on Friday night. But first, let me talk just a bit about some of our new events for Chingawassa Days. We will have the El Dorado High School Drumline on Saturday morning. They will be performing on Main Street. We had just a taste of them a few years ago. This year we'll have the full edition of the Drumline. They'll be on Main Street, as I said, right after the bed races. We think you'll find that you'll have a lot of fun with the Drumline. And then back in the park on Saturday morning will be Skywalkers. Skywalkers will perform on the trampoline in the park. We hope they don't knock too many high-lying branches off the trees, but they will wow you. The Rhino Blackout is also a brand new event. This event in which the participants will be blindfolded and have to identify items by touch alone. Those squiggly, nasty things they might be touching, I don't want to participate, but we think it'll be a lot of fun for the participants and those viewing it. There will be those and a lot more new events in Chingawassa Days this year. After the barbecue Friday night will be the St. Luke Hospital Ice Cream Social, and then our headline act, Joe Nichols. Joe will have opening act duo Brooks and Walsh perform, and after that, Nichols hits the stage. With a new album just released, Joe Nichols continues to prove how hip and relevant country music can be. With the aptly titled Old Things New, the award-winning Grammy-nominated singer once again balances artistry with accessibility, applying his distinctive baritone to new songs that define country music for modern times. It's the perfect follow-up to his acclaimed 2007 album, Real Things, which landed Nichols on a multitude of Best of the Year lists. Nichols' powerful introduction certainly drew the attention of his peers and of country fans. His first year out, he won the Country Music Association's Horizon Award, the Academy of Country Music's Top New Male Vocalist, and CMT's Breakthrough Music Video of the Year. Over the next 3 critically acclaimed albums, Nichols secured his spot as a rock-solid country traditionalist who could master lighthearted swing, blues ballads, and message songs with effortless aplomb and garner #1 hits along the way. Now to date, Nichols has accumulated 3 number 1 hits and 7 top 10 hits. Whether grinning his way through Tequila Makes Her Clothes Fall Off, or What's a Guy Gotta Do, or instilling weight and emotion into I'll Wait for You, or If Nobody Believed in You, Nichols always sounded convincingly real and believable. Like forebears George Strait and Alan Jackson, Nichols manages to forge a variety of earthy bedrock country styles into a distinctive sound all his own, all the while sounding as laid back and natural as the friendly guy next door. Okay, make that the extraordinarily charismatic and good-looking guy next door. Of course, after we get done with our Friday night events, the weekend is not even close to over, as Saturday will have all the events we've talked about earlier and a lot more. We'll keep you entertained, things to do, things to watch in the park all day Saturday. And then Saturday night, the big rock and roll concert. Of course, Saturday has always been the Chingawassa Days Rock Out Night, and this year is no exception. Huge 1991 band, known as Firehouse, or 90s rockers. They started in 1991, and that year were winners of the American Music Awards Best New Rock Band prize. This group is still together, still producing albums, has had multiple gold, platinum, and multi-platinum records, and to their credit includes top 40 hits like Don't Treat Me Bad, Love of a Lifetime, Reach for the Sky, Sleeping with You, When I Look into Your Eyes, I Live My Life for You, and many more. While known for their great power ballads during the hair band era, Firehouse has also developed a great high-energy rock and roll show, and those who are used to the fun on Saturday nights in the park at Marion won't be disappointed this year. If you like rock music, you will like this show. Opening for Firehouse this year will be KC rock and roll band Silver Bullet. Chingawassa buttons are now on sale for $25. Now the price goes up to $35 on June 2nd, so get your buttons now. There is a $6 day pass available for those who just want to have fun in the park on Saturday and not participate in the barbecue or the concerts. Go to Chingawassadays.com for more information. Sunday during Chingawassa Days will primarily revolve around the community church service that will be held at the Marion Christian Church at 10:30 and will feature Brian Arnold. The 2013 Chingawassa Days committee members are Jandy Moore, Misty Hett, Paige Bruner, Jesse Nickel, Clayton Garnica, Mike Powers, Chris Meyerhoff, Christian Peterson, Davey Hett, Danny Sherbert, Margot Yates, Dave Crowfoot, Darla Gore, and Lisa Vondenkamp. Feel free to talk to any of those folks if you have suggestions or questions about Chingawassa Days. Remember, Chingawassa Days, June 7, 8, and 9 in 2013. For information, you can call 620-382-3425 or go to Chingawassadays.com or like us on Facebook. Now it's time for our Quick Opinions segment, where we go out in the field and talk to people and see what they think about a particular topic. This time our correspondent Doug Shalene, along with cameraman and producer Gene Winkler, went to Marion High School to get the opinions of some of the students about Marion, Kansas. Let's take a look at that video.
Hi, I'm Doug Shalene and I'm with MCTV. We're here at the Marion High School today to ask a few questions of the Marion High School students. So we pulled a few aside and want to ask a question. And my first guest here is Quentin Hett, and the question is, if you could think of anything that would increase or improve economic growth in the city of Marion, what would that be?
Business in Marion could grow. There's a lot of empty spaces in Marion today that I know a lot of businesses could come in, like big chain businesses. I know that's awfully expensive, but it would definitely increase because here in Marion, a lot of us kids like to go to Wendy's or whatnot, and that's in Hillsborough, and we have to drive pretty far, and a lot of us are not willing to do that. So I just think that would chain restaurants, I guess.
Great, thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
I think industry for Marion would best be like a manufacturing, agriculture-wise, or maybe a distributing center for like a Walmart out at the industry park. I believe industry in Marion could be best helped because of the agricultural background of this town. I think industry could be helped if a manufacturing plant or something like that having to do with maybe the John Deere or the Case International stores we have, maybe making parts for the centers we have out here and helping them to not have to order so much from outside, and also giving jobs to people in Marion.
I believe that infrastructure in Marion would be best helped by a truck stop put out in between the two highways. I feel that it would draw a lot of business to Marion, as opposed to people going to other areas for things like that. It would be a real boost to the economy.
Tampa State Bank is one of the few banks in Marion County still locally owned. We offer the full range of banking services: checking, savings, time deposits, consumer, commercial, and real estate loans, escrow services, credit and debit cards, internet banking, new touchscreen drive-up ATM, night depository, and safe deposit boxes. Our friendly, courteous officers and staff will continue to provide the excellent service to our customers in 2012 that they have been used to since 1901. St. Luke Hospital, providing state-of-the-art healthcare services to meet all your needs. St. Luke was recently remodeled in 2012 to include a new physical therapy area, a new patient care area, as well as a beautiful new entrance. It also has a current CT scanner to provide your scanning needs. St. Luke Hospital, right here at home, right here for you. Hannaford Abstract and Title Company provides abstracts of title and title insurance for homeowners and mortgage lenders. They also provide real estate closings for your transactions. Why do you need title insurance? For most Americans, our home is the single largest financial investment we will ever make. Having a clear title is important to the sale and purchase of your home. Your title insurance policy is your assurance that the home you are buying is protected from any title problems now and down the road.
Our business spotlight for this edition focuses on Prairie Land Partners. A fine business, supports a lot of the activities going on in and around Marion, and our correspondent Todd Highsmith took a trip to Prairie Land Partners to talk a little bit about this business operation.
Welcome to this edition of The Corner. I'm Todd Heitschmidt here with Chad Gormley at Prairie Land Partners. And today we're going to be talking about the history and what Prairie Land Partners is here in Marion.
Good morning.
Chad, tell us a little bit about the history of the John Deere store here in Marion. How long has it been here that you know?
Well, this store, as it exists, started in the mid-'70s. We're not sure if it was 74 or 75 when it was built. It was done by Tom Het started. It was called Het Implement at that time. So it was in existence as that until around 99 is when Deer Trail Implement bought it, which Deer Trail was part of the merger that formed Prairie Land Partners as it is today.
And how long has Prairie Land been in existence?
Prairie Land was formed in February of 2008 when Deer Trail Implement, Pancratz Implement, and Conradi Western, three dealerships formed together, and at that point it was 10 stores.
And what's their general trade territory?
We cover basically what you'd refer to as South Central Kansas. That's 23 counties in Kansas that we're responsible for, and then 4 counties in northern Oklahoma.
Okay. How many employees do you have here in Marion?
We've got 27 at this store here in Marion, and total in the company is around 265, I believe, right now. That number fluctuates a little bit throughout the year with part-time people and full-time people.
We've noticed in the last year or so you've constructed a new building and are working on another one. Tell us about what those expansions are for.
We added on to this shop, I think, in '08 was when that addition was completed, late '08. We added an 80 by 90 addition. Part of it was for an indoor wash bay, and then part of it was to add shop for combines. They were just getting so big, the old shop wasn't big enough. and then I believe it was 2011 we re-tinned the original building that was built in the 70s to make it match up with the new addition. And then now we are in the process. They're putting up actually the support iron today for our new addition. It'll be another 90 by 75 addition. And the big thing for it's being able to get the big equipment in. It'll have a 50-foot door on the east side for big planters, air seeders, tillage equipment, and then even headers, just stuff we can't get in the current shop because the equipment's so large.
While most people here in town see the big ag equipment sitting out on your lot, tell us about the products that the average homeowner might be able to buy here at the store.
Well, our parts department's not just parts for ag equipment. They sell parts for lawn and garden, and then they also carry things such as hats and clothing. And then Deere no longer handles what we'd call handheld equipment such as weed eaters and chainsaws. They've worked out a alignment with steel, so we carry the steel products. And then they've done the same thing with their push mowers, and we now carry Honda products for push mowers and like liquid pumps and generators and that kind of products as well. So it's not all just John Deere product, but Deere has done some alliances with those companies to build the products for them under their brands.
Great. Are there any other interesting facts that you might want our audience to know about Prairie Land?
Well, you know, Prairie Land, we predominantly are a Deere dealership. That's what our focus is, but we do carry Kraus and Landauer key products that we carry as well. And then there are a lot of smaller tractors that sometimes people don't realize we carry in that 20 to 50 horsepower that do a lot of things for, they're maybe not your average homeowner, but people that have a small acreage that are doing some work as well. And as I said before, we started off with 10 stores, but we have closed one store that was strictly lawn and garden in Wichita. We're now 9-store operation, and we're predominantly, it's about the people. We're here to serve the customer, and the employees are what make or break our business, and we feel we have good employees, and we're here to serve our customers.
Great. Thanks, Chad.
Appreciate it.
Now back to the news desk.
In our Warrior Report for this edition of The Corner, Doug Shalene talked with Marion High School Activities Director Grant Tiroff. The spring sports are in full swing, and so far it has been an outstanding season for the Warrior participants. Let's go to Doug's report.
I'm Doug Shalene with MCTV, and I have the distinct honor to have Mr. Grant Tiroff beside me. He's the athletic director for Marion High School, and I wanted to ask him a few questions. We've had some pretty good reports from our spring schools sports teams, and I was kind of wondering if you could make some comments on that.
Well, it's been a challenging spring because of the weather. We've had to reschedule a number of events, but I'm really proud of our kids for hanging in there. Baseball team is, I think at this moment, 12-2. We've got 2 more games coming up, or 2 more doubleheaders coming up this week at Inman and at Halstead. And then the regional baseball tournament starts next Monday at Hillsborough. Our softball team is posting their best season for since probably the inception of softball here. We're 2 games above 500 right now, and they have 2 games left with Inman and Halstead. And then we go to the regional tournament, which is next week, Monday and Tuesday, right here in Marion. Golf has had a good season so far. They've had some golfers that really started to pick up, and we are actually hosting the golf regional here in Marion next Monday, which would be I believe the 13th of May. And then track and field has had a really good year. We've won, our boys have won 3 of the 5 track meets they've been in. And our girls are scoring a lot of points all year long. And we have league coming up this Friday at Bethel College, which would be May 10th. And then we're hosting the regional track meet on May 17th. So we've got a busy spring, and it has been a busy spring. And next week, the week from May 13th through May 17th is just going to be a great opportunity for any sports fan in Marion to come out and get their fill of things, because we've got golf, we've got softball, we've got track and field here, and they all are going to be great events, so it's going to be a lot of fun.
And I would assume with all the events that we're actually hosting, it probably wouldn't hurt to have some other people volunteer. So possibly if there's those that have a chance to volunteer, maybe not this year because of the time delay in airing this, but anytime there's somebody that could help out and interested in those sports, it'd be great if they just contact the school.
Yeah, that's all they'd have to do, and we have a great history of running fantastic track meets, which is why the Activities Association has given us a regional here 7 of the last 12 years, which just doesn't happen very often. And you know, we have great community involvement at the baseball and softball, and the country club members and other golf enthusiasts do a tremendous job of putting on golf meets. So people enjoy coming to Marion for athletic events.
That's great. And I'd also be kind of curious, just a little biography of your experience here in Marion.
Oh, well, this is our family's 25th year here in Marion. We started out, my wife and I both started out teaching in Garnett. And then when the opportunity arose here in 1988 for the football job and the teaching that went along with it, which is social studies, we made the decision to come here, and we've stayed and have enjoyed raising a family here and enjoyed being part of the community.
I think we would all agree we're very fortunate to have Grant with us, Mr. Tieroff, and also the outstanding success that the sport teams has had, and also the high school in general. We're very fortunate to have such a great facility. This is Doug Shalene with MCTV.
You know, here at the corner, we pride ourselves on professionalism. And with that in mind, let's go to our weather report with Margot Yates.
How can I do the weather? It's a month away. Okay, fine. I tell you what. As the day goes on, it will get lighter and lighter and lighter. And then it will begin to get darker and darker and darker and darker until it's completely dark. And then it will start to get lighter again, and lighter, and lighter, and lighter, until it's completely light. And that is our weather report.
Last time we got a lot of positive reaction to the kiddie corner. Anytime you get a bunch of little guys together and ask them just a few simple questions, you get some responses you don't always expect. Gene Winkler and I visited Marion Elementary School again and posed some questions to some of Marion's younger citizens. We're here in Marion Elementary, and this is Austin. Austin, what's your whole name?
Austin Joseph Marsden,
Okay, and what grade are you in?
4th grade.
Austin, if you could be anything you wanted, a person, an animal, a thing, what would that be? Other than a human.
I think what I would say, I would want to be a hockey player
A hockey player. Why a hockey player?
because I just like sports.
Do you play hockey around here?
No,
No. What do you play?
football.
Okay, but you like hockey better? Because you get, why? Because you ice skate or why?
Because there's a team that I like. That's my favorite.
Who's that?
Thunder.
The Thunder. Oh, okay. You go watch them play for real?
Yeah, once.
Let me ask you a question. What do you have to do to be a teacher?
Sometimes you have to follow around other teachers to learn about and learn and before you being a teacher.
Okay. We're here with Paul. Paul, why don't you tell us your last name?
Kimball,
And you're Paul Kimbrell, and you're in the 8th grade.
2nd.
Oh, you're only in the 2nd grade. I would have sworn you told me you were in the 8th grade.
I
You
didn't.
said you had a girlfriend.
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe I was thinking of somebody else. Paul, if you were an animal, what kind of animal would you be?
Monkey,
Everybody wants to be a monkey. Why do you want to be a monkey?
so I can climb trees.
Do you have any idea what you have to do to be a teacher?
Yes, to tell people to pull ticket.
That's all you have to do to be a teacher is tell people to pull a ticket?
Yes.
Well, pretty easy job, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to be a teacher someday?
No.
What do you want to be?
I want to be a inventor and I will make trees and it will rain money.
An inventor that makes trees that rain money?
Yes.
Well, Dave, if you work that out, give me a call, okay?
Okay.
Because I'd like to come over and get some money. Would that be all right?
Mm-hmm.
Paul, we were just talking before we came on the TV, and I know your grandpa. Do you want to say hi to your grandpa?
Hi.
Because he's had some surgery and you want him to get better, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, go ahead and tell him that if you want to.
Hi, Grandpa.
Okay, thank you. In our Around the Corner segment, we tell you about a few things going on in Marion and the surrounding area. If you have events you would like to have featured on future Around the Corner segments, please let us know. Just call 620-382-2115. And now, to start off this week's edition, a catfish tournament at Marion County Lake will help raise money for the Community Christmas Project. Registration opens at 7 a.m. on May 18, and the tournament runs from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Weigh-ins are at 10 a.m., noon, 3 p.m., and 6 p.m. Divisions are youth under 16 and adult. Entry fees are $5 for youth and $20 for adults. For more information, inquire at the good folks at Marion Ampride. Another event coming up at the Marion County Lake is the annual Bluegrass at the Lake. This has been a very successful event. It's on June 14th and 15th at the Lake Beach area. There will be an open stage on Friday, June 14th from 6 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. and again on Saturday, June 15th from 4 to 6 p.m. with $100 paid to the best performance. Following the open stage on Saturday, the KBA Troublemakers will play from 6 to 8, followed by the Alfred Packer Memorial String Band from 8 to 10. This event is free and open to the public. You can also visit the Mountain Man Rendezvous, and concessions will be provided by the Marion County Firefighters Association. Marion will be hosting a rec swim meet at the Sports and Aquatic Center on Saturday, June 29. The Marion Chamber of Commerce Golf Tournament will be held at Marion Country Club on Sunday, July 14. Tee-off is at 1 p.m. and for more information, contact Chamber President Don Noller at Marion National Bank. Well, that's it for this edition of the show. We hope you've enjoyed it. We hope you'll let us know if you have suggestions on ways we can improve it. Remember, this is brought to you from Marion, the rhino capital of Kansas. It's a great place to visit, a great place to work, and an even better place to live. So, this is Mike Powers for the Corner Crew, saying until next time, we'll catch you around the corner.